Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video. So, as I just put a poll a few hours, like 4 hours ago, you choose what if Deku had a girlfriend? Wait a minute. Only 65% vote for what if Deku had a girlfriend. For female Deku was in solo leveling, 9%. What if Deku was in Demon Slayer, 9%. What if female Deku was Makima? I thought you guys would like that. I mean, if you read, what is it again? Chainsaw Man. And 17% of you guys wanted to see what if female Deku was an Overlord. Good anime, by the way. It's gonna have a new season in a few months, but it's not yet confirmed. So I'll put the intro in. So, Genki, can you please shut up on the comment on that? And you're thinking I simp for Deku? I kinda do. I mean, who wouldn't simp for a cute bean? And my cousins also simp for him. So, fuck you. Nobody cares. As I just want to say sorry for not posting for 4 days. My cousin sent me something really traumatizing. If you're the people that I send it, aka Benimaru, the Crunchy Fat, then if you're male, you know how I feel. So let's continue with the video. Basically, you see the girl in the picture. She's Siesta from the anime called The Detective Is Already Dead. If you watch the anime, good for you, but I don't really watch the whole anime because I was reading something. But, so, let's just say that it goes the same like in canon for Deku having one for all. So, one day, his mom said that he should, go get some groceries, but he was kidnapped, so, and, he was given a briefcase to say, go to this plane and give it to the owner. Or should I say, the boss. And he's thinking, what the? And he starts to think, holy, what the fuck? Did I just get kidnapped? Obviously I just kidnapped and... So he was so confused. So he goes to the plane. And he was sitting there beside the window. And basically, one of the flight attendants, if I'm correct, called it, said, is anyone here a detective? And he was thinking, a detective? Wait, I mean, I don't really see anyone that is a detective here. And basically, the girl that he was sitting beside was Siesta. That's her code name, or should I say alias? She said, yes, I'm the detective. And basically, she goes to look at Deku and say, hi, it's nice to meet you. What's your name? And basically, he said Izuku Midoriya. And saying, okay, Midoriya. Wanna be my assistant? And he's thinking, assistant? Oh, let's just say this is from the 10 months of training. And All Might was really confused that where's young Midoriya on, in his training. So, let's just say everything goes the same, like in the anime, aka in The Detective Is Already Dead. But, so, let's get on to the scene again. Sorry about that, for me rambling on. Deku said, sure, I don't mind. So, they go to where the pilots are. They already took flight. And basically, they see a guy sitting on a knocked out pilot, the other pilot. And, I don't remember the lines of Siesta, but she starts to say detective stuff. Sorry. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. It's only like 3. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Homemade thumbnail. It's like 3:18 p.m. And you're thinking, why am I tired? I don't know. Let's just continue. Basically, after that, the Deku like sorry, I can't speak. So Deku goes to get the briefcase. Basically, the guy was actually part of the organization called SPES that makes artificial humans. So yes, um, let's just Siesta doesn't really have a quirk, but she's a really good detective. So uh, when Deku gave her throws the briefcase to Siesta, she goes to open it, and there was a shotgun, or should I say, I don't really know, but like a shotgun. Yeah, I think it's a shotgun. So when she shot the what is it again? Motherfucker. Sorry. My head hurts for some reason, or I'm a little bit dizzy. Uh, I the artificial human. The thing that is artificial is basically his ear. So she shot his ear. The artificial limb, or should I say that? Basically, regrowth was about to attack her, but it starts disintegrating. So she explains that she put a little bit of her blood on the bullets, and if you try to hurt her or harm her, the artificial part of your body would basically be disintegrated, and you can't harm me. So let's just time skip like the end of the 10 months of training. Deku and her had been really close lately, and they start to hang out. And she asks him, "So, you really wanted to be a hero, right?" And basically, Deku said, "Yep, I actually do. I mean, you are a really good detective, by the way." She said, "You don't have to worry about that, Midoriya. I mean, Izuku." She starts to call Izuku because Midoriya, or should I say Deku, give her permission to call him that. And he said, yeah. And basically it goes to say, so I have a few months before UA. And UA is already at college, as you know. And she said, yeah. I mean, you are still my frick assistant, right? Even though you're gonna be a hero? Uh, Deku said, of course. I mean, it's really fun, but I started to change, actually. Yes, when Deku became her assistant, he became to be more dense, more focused on what he's doing, and yeah. And he started to say, I don't really mind being with you, sister. But what is really your name? And she said, her name is gonna be, uh, Allura. Yeah, Allura. She said, fine, I'll tell you. My name is Allura. Allura. little Shirogane. And basically he said, so, how many years have you been detective? Been a detective? More than 5 years now. I'm saying, wait, how old are you? The same age as you, dummy. So, you're 18. And 5 years ago, so you were 13 when you became a detective? Yep. So, let's just say, he goes to say, so, is it okay that I ask you on a date? And she just looks at him, and you see a tint of blush on her, and saying, sure, I don't mind. And basically he said, great. So after it's almost after a few weeks of dating, let's just say it's been 5 to 7 weeks. I don't know. Basically, they became official, and Deku was already in UA. Everything goes the same like in canon, but he's more blunt, or should I say, more what is it again? More focused on what he's doing than being flustered all of a sudden. So, he actually didn't really injure himself because using one for all. And Siesta, or should I say Allura, actually helped him with controlling his quirk, like saying to him, how about he uses his quirk around his body, except one part of his body, like his limbs or something. And she also helped him for his hero costume. His hero costume is the same. Like, Inko didn't made it because she actually met Inko before. Deku's not living alone. But never mind that. So, a few months later, Deku keeps in touch with Siesta because she's going around the world helping people, or should I say the police, with SPES, aka the organization starts to do with artificial humans. Let's just say it's now the USJ arc for class 1A. Siesta was in her office, basically thinking of what would happen about she heard actually Spes and a group of villains starts to team up, but she also heard that they were gonna be attacking some people, but she was thinking which one. And she got it already because she actually heard that they're gonna kill All Might. So she was actually friends with Nezu, and she asked him, so, is All Might in your school or something? And Nezu said, yes, a young detective. He's actually a hero. Oh my god, the dogs, motherfucker. Basically, she said, so, what's the class gonna do today? Class 1A, if I'm correct? He said, oh, they're going to the USJ at 11 a.m. Or, 1 a.m. p.m. I'm saying, okay. I have a suspicion that they're gonna be attacked in 1:25 or 1:30. And he said, what do you mean being attacked? You know Spes, right, Nezu? Saying, yes, the creators, the organization that creates, um, what is it? Artificial humans. And saying, I think they're teaming up with the villains. So, and I also heard from one of them they're gonna kill All Might. It's no problem. I can handle them myself. And basically, Naza said, I don't need a court to help them. I just need information. So basically, she already knows every single villain because, let's just say she has a photographic memory. And yes. So, let's go to Deku's POV. Deku is just like thinking everything is going to be fine or something, but he needs to think, thinking, expect the unexpected. And basically, they met on 13, and she starts to explain all about the USJ. So they were in the USJ already because it took her like 25 minutes to explain about the USJ or something. And also because of Uraraka being a fangirl. So, oh my god, the dogs. Sorry about that. I think my grandma is feeding the dogs or something, or my dad. But, yes. Before, the 13 was still explaining, they're already inside the USJ. Deku already see a black, spear in the middle of the USJ, but it starts to form some kind of a portal. And basically he sees a lot of people coming out. And he recognized some of them being artificial humans. Or should I say he sensed or recognized or something like that. But when he was about to say something, you already see multiple gunshots to the artificial humans, and everyone's thinking, what the? Who's firing gunshots? And you, basically, Siesta was already there, and she was with a cloaking device, or should I say, yeah, cloaking device, just was a gift by David Shield for her. And she said, you don't have to worry about this. Aizawa, 13, can you please protect the students? I'll just handle all of these. Izuku? Basically, Izuku goes insane. Siesta. And everyone's totally confused on saying, who's this girl? And basically, Kaminari and Mineta start to say, she's hot. Or something like that. So, basically, he said, go protect this. You should, she goes to Aizawa and saying, Aizawa, 13, you go protect the students. Aizawa, can you give permission for Midoriya to help me with this? And you can also help with all of these. And basically, he goes to say, of course. And everyone's totally confused, and it starts to do his hand thing and saying, 13, who must be that girl over there with Midoriya and Aizawa? Or Mr. Aizawa. And basically 13 said, you'll find out in a few minutes. Just look. And she just goes to say, basically she goes to say to Kirishima and said, Kirishima, can you open the door? And basically Kirishima said, I'll try. And Ida said, Ida, can you go as fast as you can to get more help from the school? And Ida said, saluted and saying, yes, ma'am. So in a few minutes, like 15 or something, or like 5 minutes, Kirishima already opened the door for Ida to squeeze through and started running. But for Siesta, Deku and Aizawa, they already beaten up half of all of the villains there. Shigaraki starts to get angry and he goes to say to Kurogiri, attack the other bats on top of the stairs. Kurogiri was almost to be there, but Siesta expected this. She goes to get a court canceling bullet, or no, not that. What is it again? A paralyzation dart, or like a sleeping dart, if I'm correct. So, oh my god. Sorry about that. If you saw that, I'm sorry. It's for my school or something. It's gonna happen next week. Basically, Kurogiri was about to obey Shigaraki's word, but he goes to see a paralyzing dart or a sleep dart and to be shoot on Kurogiri, aka the metal part, basically, and shoot through the metal and make Kurogiri go to sleep. And Shigaraki was furious about that. And you see Kurogiri still a little bit conscious to say to his master we have to go, and basically Shigaraki said fine. She goes to order the Nomu to say, Nomu, kill that brat, aka pointing to Siesta. And basically she's thinking, is this an artificial human? It's weird. And she's thinking, no matter what, I need to eliminate it. So, you see her getting a few, bullets, like recharging her gun, basically aiming to the Nomu, and she goes to see its brain is, what is it again, showing. No one can survive with their brain open like that. It must be its weakness. So basically she goes to say, Midoriya. And Deku said, what is it, Siesta? Cover me. And he goes to say, what? And he saw the Nomu was about to charge on him. Charge at her. And he said, right. So basically Deku starts to throw a few villains at the Nomu, making it stop a little. And she goes to say, bang. And the bullet goes through the Nomu's skull and killing it. And basically the artificial humans tries to attack her, Aizawa and Midoriya. She goes in front of them saying, and Aizawa goes to see all of the artificial limbs, or should I say, yes, the artificial limbs, and he sees them disintegrating, and he said, you must be Siesta, the detective that I heard all about from Nezu. And basically she said, yes. And basically he starts to think, how did you know where... I asked Nezu where class when he was going, so... And I found out a few of the Spes and these people called the League of Villains teamed up to kill All Might. And he said, thank you back there. What do you mean artificial human? I know what about the artificial humans, but I didn't really know their artificial limbs will basically disperse while attacking us. And Deku said no, because Siesta puts a little bit of her blood in the bullets, so when she shot where the artificial limbs were attached, if if it goes attack to her, it would disperse, but she protected us. And she goes to say, I think my work is done here. But what about those two? Basically, going back to Shigaraki and Kurogiri, they did say they were the League of Villains. I think their main purpose for this thing, artificial human, if I'm correct, basically kicking the Nomu's arm, is to kill All Might. And it did have massive strength. And it almost, what should I say, blocked my bullet, but it didn't work. And Aizawa goes to see the gun that she has and saying, what kind of gun is that? It's specially made for me, especially while I'm defeating Spes, of course. And he goes to say, right. And everyone on the back upstairs were shocked. And you see basically, or you hear the door blast open and see an angry All Might and saying, never fear because I am here. And he goes to say, what the? Oh. And he goes to see 3 people down and saying, did those 3 defeated the... And they said, yes, All Might, they did. And she goes, and basically everyone's going to Deku and saying, how do you know this girl, Deku? Said Uraraka. And saying, I met her a year ago. And basically she goes to Deku and saying, I'll be going now. And Deku said, yeah, sure. Goodbye, Siesta. Goodbye, Deku. And Deku is actually his alias. And everyone starts to... And Ida goes to Aizawa and saying, Mr. Aizawa, who was that girl? And saying, oh, that's Siesta. She's a detective. And basically, Ida was surprised and saying, wait, that was a detective? And basically, everyone's going to say, wait, she's a detective? And basically, Deku said, yes, she is. And everyone's thinking, so what's her quirk? She's quirkless. Basically, you hear Bakugo saying, huh? How can she do that if she's quirkless? She got skills. She also practiced every day with her gun. Obviously, she has to fight because of the different kinds of villains. She keeps wandering. The villains keep wandering in her traps, so that's why. And basically, Bakugo's saying, stupid Deku. And basically he starts thinking, Deku's so blunt now. What happened to the nerd? And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. And see you guys later. Sayonara. Or should I say, mata ne, minna.